Hello, welcome back to the Studio C podcast, the sports show. I am your host, BBQHD.
I know you guys miss me. The
No, we
one,
didn't.
the only, Kid Vicious!
I can't hear anything. You can hear KB barbecue.
Yeah, I can hear him, unfortunately.
Wow.
All right, let me leave and come back real quick. Talk real quick, KB.
What's up?
Okay, cool. Did y'all do y'all's intros and stuff already?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, was good. It was great. It's your boy Phil. This is the first episode of the new year, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Happy New Year's to you guys and everyone out there. How you guys feeling? 2024.
Great.
Feels like just another year.
Energized, determined, focused. So many words.
And that'll all blow
I ain't gonna lie.
over.
I'm
That'll.
I'm a little bit under the weather. I don't know what's been going on.
Well,
Yeah, right.
most people normally get sick around this time of year anyway. It's winter,
Yeah.
cold, so I think that's normal. I haven't been sick in I don't even know how long. Knock on wood, obviously. But I think last time I was sick was like really sick was whenever I started my job like almost 2 years ago. Knock on wood. But yeah. New year, same show. Alright, let's get right into this. First topic is NBA. I know you guys were mentioning you guys some stuff to talk about with NBA.
Yeah.
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 Um, First off, I just want to say welcome back to John Morant, even though it's late. But it's definitely a parade in his city, bro. Right now, he's going off. He's doing his thing. I'm not sure how the team is doing as a whole, but I know he's doing his thing since he's been back. Cause I know his dad's been celebrating on the sidelines. Like I didn't even know that was his dad. I was like, that's his dad acting like that. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, but yeah, John Morant is back and he's healthy. And yeah, you know, he almost got caught again when he did a celebration, but he was like, chill, it's a New Orleans thing. And then yeah, they quieted down after that. But I feel like I feel like this year the NBA is way more competitive than it's been in recent years. I don't know how you feel about it, Phil, but I feel like the NBA is a lot more competitive this year for some odd reason.
Yeah. I would definitely have to agree. I think the play-in had a lot to do with that. To me, it's
Yeah.
kind of died down a little bit since that. I definitely agree with you. The competition has been a lot. For one, you got everyone playing majority of the games instead of this low management is sitting out, so that plays a role in it. And like you said, when you gave the players something to play for in the regular season, it really upped the competition and the effort. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and then what was I about to say? The Christmas games were amazing. I mean, those were some amazing three games that I saw. Like it was like pretty contested games. I have to call her back. It was pretty contested. Like the games were like really contested. Yeah, I will say that. And then the Pistons. Let's talk about the Pistons, bro. What is that? I've never seen that in any sport. Oh my, 27 games. They lost 27 games.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Like, you have a good football team, but your basketball team is playing like that. My God. Man, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I definitely agree. 27 games in a row, which is an NBA record that they lost. That's definitely insane. I think that I don't know how you even continue to play basketball and go inside the locker room and be content with yourselves. Monty Williams, who is their coach, he was pretty decent with the Suns. Now he looks like he doesn't know how to coach anymore. I mean, it's not just the players' fault. It's not just the coach's fault. I really don't know what it is because obviously the Pistons aren't a great team, but they're not supposed to be 27 losses in a row. That's terrible. They did win a game. What was it, like a week ago now? I think, and they
Yeah.
have been more competitive in the last few games they've had. I think last night they scored 148 points and still lost. High scoring
Yeah.
game, but
It
yes,
was It was crazy. That last win, it was crazy. They had memed them. I forgot what song was playing, but it was the perfect song, and they had Patrick Beverly emotional, standing up on type of stuff. Bro, I was like, that is the
yeah,
perfect song for it, like for real. And then I had posted and was like, that's how I feel when I get off of work. That's exactly how I feel. I was like, that is the perfect thing to sum that up. It's like, wow.
yeah.
Like, it was crazy. And then who else? Oh yeah, you said you wanted to talk about the Clippers. I heard their center was not doing his job. Like that's what I heard about the Clippers recently.
Yeah, I of course I don't watch Clipper games, but I do like the Clippers. I like a lot of the players they have. Paul George, I'm a fan of Kawhi, etc. But I wanted to bring them up because when they traded for James Harden, they got off to a slow start. I want to say they had lost 6 games in a row, and everyone was like, "Oh, James Harden's a problem. Oh, this team is it going right? This and that." And then lately, I know they're on a win streak of up to 9 games, and I look back in their last 20 games, they're 15-5. So they've been one of the most dominant elite teams. One of the best teams in the league. Um, and I don't think, well, I do think that they're that good. A lot of people now are saying that, we really don't care. We want to see how this team looks in the playoffs, which I kind of agree because I don't know how you feel about it, but to me, the Clippers, there's a lot of teams that, of course, you would say are must win and need to win. But if you ask me, like, what team do I feel needs to win the most a championship, is the Clippers. Because when you look at it, they're doing nothing but getting older. They got Kawhi in the offseason. They traded for Paul George. They Now you got Westbrook and James Harden. You got all this going on. If the Clippers don't win a championship, I think we're looking at one of the more disappointing teams in NBA history. I still think that Brooklyn Nets team with KD, Kyrie, and Harden are the absolute most disappointing team. But if the Clippers don't win a championship, they're definitely disappointing to me. I know teams like the Suns, they got to win. Or you would like them to win. Really, to me, that's it. When I think of teams that, like, if they don't win this year, is a failure. I really think it's just the Clippers at this point. Like I said, Lakers, they won one already. So I mean, um, Phoenix. I just think they need to get to the WCF. Um, what is it? Yeah. That's basically what I feel. Clippers need to win.
Yeah, the Clippers did get off to a bad start, and yeah, I agree with all that you said. But I just feel like when it comes to teams in LA, which is just two Lakers and the Clippers, I feel like the Clippers are the better team, in my opinion. Yes, LA has won a championship in recent years, but if you look at LA as a team, like who they have, they're like so reliant on Anthony Davis, like they fall apart. And like this team could be better. Like LeBron needs to do better with recruiting. I feel like LA shouldn't have. They could have got over the hump without getting Kawhi and Paul George because I mean they could have found some they're great players, but let's be real. Kawhi and Paul George are two players that can't stay healthy regularly, especially Kawhi. Like you gotta get when you're trying to win a championship, it's not about just getting stars. It's about getting stars who can stay healthy. And in the NBA right now, you don't even need stars that to a certain degree. You can just have a team that has great role players, like the Raptors. They're an example of that. They have an excellent team with just role players. Like they don't have superstars, but they are an excellent team. You can play without having superstar players in the NBA now. It's possible. There's no more super teams in the NBA. You don't need to go out and get stars. You need to go get people who can play their position well at an elite level. The Clippers, I don't think it's they have to win a championship. At some point they do, but I feel like you know what you get with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. They're gonna get hurt at some point in the season, gonna be out for a little bit. You know what you're gonna get with them. But I feel like if they would just I don't know. They're doing, yeah, like you said, they're doing great. But to get over that hump to win the championship, I don't know if I see them. I can see them going a little bit into the playoffs because the NBA, anything can happen. I feel like in the NBA and the NFL, I feel like there's no sorry teams anymore. There are no teams in the NBA and the NFL that are they're losing teams, but there's no losing like severely losing teams anymore. It's
Eh,
like it's at the point where
Panthers.
you have the oh yeah the Panthers forgot about them oh and the Pistons for the NBA but other than them you gotta worry about everyone in your division now in the NBA and in the NFL. So I feel like the Clippers they just need to get further than the Lakers in my opinion. That's how I see the Clippers. Just get further than the Lakers, prove that you're the best team in LA, restructure your team like you have, but continue to build on that, and you might get a possible championship. That's how I feel about the
Yeah,
Clippers.
I definitely agree with your point about Kawhi and PG health, their health issue. They have been healthy, especially Kawhi this season, which is why they've been playing well. When they are out, that is a huge concern, especially like you said, they shown us just history shows that they won't stay healthy. Now, where I think is different this year compared to the other years is that if one of them, or even if both of them are out, now you have James Harden, who on every given night can go back to 2017 James Harden. You have Russell Westbrook, who, if those two guys are out, Russell Westbrook can up his game at least a notch or two more than what it is now. So they do have more firepower to compete when those guys are out. We saw what Westbrook did in the playoffs last year when Kawhi um, was out. So I do think that. And then to your point, I like semi agree and disagree with your point that you don't need a superstar to win. Um, I do definitely agree with. I think the super team era is coming to an end, which is I love. I think that it's all about actually having a good team, good chemistry, good continuity with each other, and having the best team wins instead of just putting these all stars together and expecting them to go out and win. Which is why I'm really concerned about Phoenix. But I still do think to compete for a championship, you do at least need one star. I think Denver showed a perfect example of that, where they have a great team, but they have probably the best player in the league, and then a bunch of players that complement him. I do like that. I semi don't agree with that.
Yeah.
Real quick before we move on, uh, I do have to give a shout out to my guy. Trey Young is a top five MVP candidate. Um, my Hawks have been we are not good. We are very mid. It's very difficult to watch. But Trey Young, all honesty, bias aside, he's been playing outstanding basketball. Um, so I just want to give him recognition. He always gets hate, never gets recognition that he deserves. So shout out Trey Young.
I will say this: Trae Young is the only Hawks jersey that I'll get. I actually, even though I go back and forth with you about Trae Young, Phil, Trae Young is one of my favorite players in the NBA. I literally tell my cousin that all the time. I'm like, oh yeah, I just be bothering Phil, but Trae Young is one of my favorite players in the NBA. Like, especially on 2K, bro. That man is unstoppable on 2K. Like, he's a beast. But yeah, Trae Young, he's a great player.
I appreciate that.
With NBA.
Yeah. Barbecue, I've been watching hockey, bro.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
not on to hockey yet though.
I just wanted to tell you that I've been watching it. I haven't been watching our teams, but I just been watching it in general.
I need to catch up because I haven't watched the last couple weeks. Actually, last couple months. But all right. NFL recap. Week 17. Starting off with Jets Browns. The disgusting Browns win again. And to clarify, again, football team. So that doesn't get clipped out of context. I'm talking about the football team. Probably the most disappointing game of the week. Falcons Bears. How do you lose? First of all, how do you lose to the Panthers and then a couple weeks later the Bears? Like, I know I have zero room to talk. We lost to the Cardinals and the Patriots, but come on, Phil. Your Falcons are killing me over here.
I will say to in defense of us a little bit. The Panthers, I agree. We talked about that. No explanation, no excuse for that. I told you in a group chat, the Bears are not a bad football team. I think they're 7-9 right
Come
now.
on.
They've been
Ugh.
playing. Bro, they're not a bad. The Packers play? We gonna see. The Bears are not a bad football team, man. They're not. Uh, which is why their head coach is not getting fired. He's staying another year. Which is why they're talking about possibly keeping Justin Fields, which I pray they don't. But anyways, talk about the game. Uh, for us to lose in embarrassing fashion the way we did is absolutely terrible. This game to me shows that Arthur Smith needs to be fired because when we're fighting for the playoffs and you get blown out in a must-win game and just embarrassing like that, that shows that as a coach you lost your locker room. They don't care what you have to say. We have something to fight for, and if they had no effort, like they got whooped. So Arthur Smith needs to go. The only positive, well, even I still don't know what he's doing with the quarterback situation. We were getting blown out. They took Heineke out, put Desmond Ritter in. Desmond Ritter on like his second pass throws an interception. It's like, oh my god, like this is just like embarrassing. But the only positive from this game is seeing that man number one on the Chicago Bears, Justin Fields, put on an audition against what's going to be his new team next year, the Atlanta Falcons. All I saw was I was like, you know what? It's gonna be all good because he's gonna be in a Falcons jersey next year, doing all what he did against us for us, and it's gonna all gonna be well. Um, but yeah, like embarrassing loss. Like I say, even I'm of course upset that we lost, but I'm more upset the way we lost. What was it, 37 to 14, 17, whatever it was. It was terrible. So,
37-17.
but yeah.
I mean, first of all, Steelers are probably going to pick up Justin Fields if we're not. Let's not lie about that. Um, but honestly, we probably not. We're probably going to stick with that team. But yeah, I mean, it's rough. I do want to
I can
have an
see the
honorable.
Steelers getting.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I can see the Steelers getting Russell Wilson. I think y'all would get. I think Russell Wilson is a Steelers quarterback. But
I
Justin
don't think
Fields, he's coming back.
I don't think we're gonna pick anyone up, honestly.
They're playing. They're sticking with Kenny.
We're
They're
either
sticking
gonna
with
stick
Kenny.
with Kenny or Mason.
They're sticking with Kenny. There's no way. But I just want to say, how do you lose to the freaking Bears, Phil? It's okay. We'll show you how you're supposed to play against the Bears. Okay? We take care of business
Bears are the
every
best
time they come
team.
see us. We will show you how you're supposed to play the Bears. Okay? I'm glad I didn't have to watch that crap. I'm glad I had to go to work. We're gonna show you how you're supposed to play against the Bears. Now, if we lose this game to the Bears, I will cry. I will cry my eyes out because, bro, we are in the same position we was in last year. We have an easy. It's not an easy win. We have a winnable game to get into the playoffs, and if we don't pull it off, I will lose my mind, and you guys will get a second video. I will promise you that. But we're gonna show you how you're supposed to play the Bears. And the Falcons, I will say this: you guys have a great team. You do. It's just your head coach sucks. The dude is a trust fund man kid. He doesn't know how to call football at all. Like the Falcons stand a better chance with what was our head coach, the head coach of the football team at Llewellyn, Phil?
Are you talking about Coach Jackson or Coach Coleman?
Coach Coleman. They stand a better chance with having Coach Coleman as their head coach. Like he knows what he's talking about. He knows how to coach a football game. This dude, I don't know this dude's name. I just know he does not know how to coach football. Like even barbecue can coach football better than this guy. He does not know how to coach football. Cause like where the hell is Cordell Patterson at? I literally
Bro,
seen I literally seen Cordell Patterson ball out last year. Why is he getting the ball this year? Like, what is this? Come on, fire the coach, and you guys will be uh uh back to the Falcons you once were. Because the Falcons I see this year, they look like shit. I don't like the Falcons, but I'm used to seeing a higher level of the Falcons. And it's not even the Falcons' fault. It's just the coaching. It's just unbearable. Like, oh my
but
God.
what high level of Falcons has there been? What is going back to the Falcons that we were? Like we haven't made a playoffs in
Bro,
7 years. Like I mean,
dude.
this is where
But
we are.
you
That's the
guys
problem.
you guys look better with the other head coach that you guys fired and sent to the Cowboys. You guys look better
Yeah, well, I mean, we
then
went to
than
the Super
now.
Bowl with him. Yeah.
Y'all look way better with him. Y'all look like trash. Like this coaching decision to make him your head coach look like it looks like a business deal because his dad is the CEO or owner of FedEx. It looks like a business agreement. That's what it looks like in my eyes. That's what it looks like. Get rid of the coach, but all I gotta say to wrap it up was show you how to beat the Bears. Have a good night, Phil.
Well, who would you recommend as a new head coach if we were to get rid of him? Well, first, do you think that we're gonna get rid of him?
I
Because
don't think you guys.
I don't think we should.
I
But
don't
I don't
think
think
you're
we
gonna get rid of him. The Falcons, y'all front office just is money driven. Y'all don't care anything about what the product you put on the field or who you have coaching the product you have on the field. So I don't think you guys will move on from him. But if you guys did, honestly, I
should.
would go out there. I'll go out there and get I know Barbecue's gonna get triggered about this because he's technically, in his eyes, a cheater. But go ahead and go get Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick
No.
needs some
Okay.
rejuvenation,
We
and
talked about this a couple of weeks ago. We're not even sure if Bill Belichick's gonna retire or not after this week or after this
eh,
year.
I mean he just needs some and if the Steelers you guys were talking about moving on from
No, we're
y'all
not
head
talking.
coach.
The
I
fans
mean maybe
are
him.
the. I don't think it's even a decision in
Oh,
as
okay. All honesty, I feel like you should go back and get I don't know his name that you guys sent to the Cowboys. Go back and get him. That's what I. All honesty, go back and get him. He knows the system. The same players that played in his system, besides Bijan Robinson, they know how to play in his system. So bring him back, and you guys will be better.
I know for me, it's only three guys that I would want, and four. I'll talk about what you mentioned, but yes, if the Steelers do let go of Mike Tomlin, of course the Falcons and every other team in the NFL would be knocking at his door. I would love Mike Tomlin. Second would be Eric Bieniemy for the Commanders' offensive coordinator. He was a big part in the Chiefs' offense being the way they were, which is why they haven't looked the same this year. He has made the Commanders look like a confident offense. I would love him. Van Johnson, the Lions offensive coordinator. If you can make the Detroit Lions look like a solid football team offensively with Jared Goff, who is mid at best or decent at best, I think I would love to give him a shot. I'm not opposed to having Dan Quinn back. I'm really not. I mean, he gave us one of the best Falcons teams of all time. I just never have seen in any sports on any level where a coach gets fired and then comes back to the team. I don't know if that has ever. I don't know how that works, but I mean, if that's an option, I mean, I would take it.
yeah. Obviously, if we fire Mike Tomlin, he's probably your best bet. I don't see us firing him though. Uh, Steelers are, like I've said this before. Steelers are an organization that doesn't change very much, like off a whim. Uh, Fans are calling for him to be fired. I'm teeter tottering a little bit. I do want to see some change, but at the same time, I like Mike Tomlin. Unpopular opinion, but Steelers fans are, some of us are, I'm not afraid to say it. Some of us are spoiled. We've had Hall of Fame head coach after Hall of Fame head coach the last couple years, or last couple decades, really. We had Bill Cowher. We had what was his name? Chuck Noll. We had Chuck Noll, Bill Keller, and now Mike Tomlin. Three Hall of Fame coaches back to back to back. I mean, we're spoiled. Uh, so I don't see us getting rid of him. Unfortunately, I like him. But some things do need to change. But I do feel like I kind of agree with KV on this one. I do feel like if he does stay in, if he doesn't retire, I feel like Bill Belichick might be a great choice also.
The reason why I disagree with that is he's a defensive minded coach, and what we need to focus on our offense as far as getting the quarterback right, getting him developed, getting our offensive players the ball. And Bill Belichick, that's not something that he does, and I don't trust him to hire the right person to do that because he doesn't.
Phil,
Yo,
do you not know this man's resume? Bill Belichick was one of the coaches when the Bills kept going to the Super Bowl and kept losing. He was a part of that. He's been around great
he was on the
quarterbacks.
Bills coaching team.
I think he helped coach the Bills. He's worked with some Hall of Fame quarterbacks. No matter how bad you hate Tom Brady, barbecue. I forgot that quarterback of the Bills, but he was a Hall of Famer. Phil, he can find you a good quarterback. Phil, he knows how to work with those
Hold on,
star players that you
hold on.
guys have.
Now
He can work.
I know Yeah, fact check this for us, barbecue, real quick, because I know
He played. He coached with the Bills.
He was defensive coordinator with the Giants in the '80s and early '90s.
I could
I
be
know he
wrong,
got
but
a head coaching.
I thought he helped coach with another Hall of Fame quarterback. But even if I'm wrong, Phil, he could work with what you guys have. Just
He
find a
was
coordinator.
he was with he was head coach for the Browns 1991 to 1995, and then the Jets from 1997 till
Yeah, we talked about
1999.
it. He was an ass coach without Tom Brady, and Tom Brady fell in his laps, and that's when let's just be real.
You
Like that's
guys
when
have
he
the
was.
talent level that he can work with. That's my point. You
He doesn't
guys have the
he's never
offensive
worked.
capabilities.
He's never worked with the offense though. That's never been his specialty. That's not something that he does. He's a
Bro,
defensive minded coach.
he can get you guys. You guys need help with that too. You guys need help on both sides of the ball. Your
Our
offense is the
defense,
culture.
the last couple, our defense. I said it like plenty of times this year. This is the best defense I've seen in my Falcons lifetime. Our defense has been great. We got a new defensive coordinator this year. He's done an outstanding job. They let me down against the Bears, but that's really like out of the 17, 18 game season, maybe 2 to 3 games, 4 at most, that they've let me down. Other than that, they've done really well. Our offensively, we have the weapons, we just can't execute it. And Arthur Smith clearly is not, because he's an offensive minded head coach. He was an offensive coordinator, but he's terrible. He can't get our guys the ball. So
Belichick
that's
can
why I
call
wanted
some
Eric
offensive
B.
plays. He's vetted. Eric the enemy has been floating around a lot. Were you about to say him?
Yeah, yeah,
He's been floating around
that's
a lot. His name has been in discussions a lot for head coaching positions.
Belichick. I mean, look at the offense he has right now.
I mean, he doesn't have anybody. He doesn't have
Look
anything to
look
coach.
look at his career pre and post Tom Brady. Ass. I mean, I'm sorry. It just is what it is. It's just fact. I mean, it's not good.
I mean,
I guess what I'm trying to say is you guys just need in my opinion, get a veteran head coach. That knows what he's doing. I mean, you just say you guys have the defense covered. Okay, that's covered. Go get a offensive coordinator. Because obviously, well, yeah, let your offensive coordinator do his job. Just have a veteran. I guess what I'm trying to say is have a veteran head coach that knows what he's doing. That's been around the block a couple times. Like, yeah, I mean, I know he's been a part of some cheating scandals, so-called cheating scandals, but I mean, he knows what he's doing, and I feel like the Steelers are not gonna let go Tomlin for a while. He's probably gonna retire with them. But yeah, or get Dan Quinn. Those are the two I think you should get, and then that Lions coordinator you said. But I don't. I highly doubt they let him go, given how they're playing and been doing. I highly doubt they would give him up.
I'm not 100% sure how that stuff works, but I'm pretty sure if he gets a job opportunity to be a head coach, I don't think they can force him to stay unless contract. I'm not sure how that works, but
all right. Next game. First of all, before we get into the next game, I want to give a shout out to the Cardinals for beating the Giant Eagles. Maybe they're not as bad as we thought. Maybe we don't. Maybe Steelers don't suck. But in all seriousness, congrats to them. That's a huge win for them, even though they're not going to the playoffs. still beating the Eagles. That's a huge accomplishment to them. Steelers Seahawks. So I watched this game illegally, off the record. Anyone from like the FBI, if you're listening, I did not watch it illegal. I watched it totally legally. But yeah, I was actually watching on my way home, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't have hope. I thought we were gonna lose, but Mason Rudolph balled out, and we got that victory. I'm happy for it because that means we are still in playoff. We still have a chance. Let me see. So here are our playoff scenarios. So I believe even if we lose this game Saturday, we can still make the playoffs. So we either Steelers win, Buffalo loses, or Steelers win, Jacksonville loses or ties. Steelers win and Colts and Houston end in a tie. Or Steelers tie, Colts and Houston don't end in a tie, and Jacksonville loses. Or if we lose, Colts and the Texans does not end in tie, and Jacksonville loses and Denver wins. So we have a huge chance of making the playoffs. Obviously, I'm hoping for a win, easiest way. But even if we lose, there's still a slight chance, even if we lose.
Yeah, this is how I feel about the Steelers. I'm not gonna even rag on you guys. I'm not a Steelers fan, but I just want you guys not to have to deal with this every year. It seems like you guys are always at a point where you almost you're codependent on other teams to win or lose games to get into the playoffs. And last time this happened, I believe it was last season of the Studio C podcast, which it was called the CNC podcast last year. But anyways, this was the same thing. You were waiting on the Jets to win the game, and they lost, and you guys were out of the playoffs. Like, I just feel like the Steelers.
That's part of the reason why everyone wants Tomlin fired, because
Yeah,
he's always for that winning record.
Yeah, it's just too much codependency getting in the playoffs because it's hard to get into the playoffs like that in any sport when you're codependent on other teams.
I mean, the difference now is it doesn't matter. We need a lot of teams to win, or lose. It doesn't matter. Like, we need the Bills to win, or I think it was Jacksonville to lose. So just one of those scenarios has to happen for us to get in.
Yeah, I mean, all three of our teams in the same boat. I mean, but the Steelers, who did y'all play?
We play the Ravens, but
and y'all beat them again?
What?
Y'all beat them again?
We're playing them next week.
Who did y'all beat?
We beat the Seahawks.
Oh, the Seahawks. Oh, that's nothing. I mean, they're good. They're better. They're better than what I thought, but that's nothing. But the Ravens game should be good, even though you guys got lucky that game, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean,
like I said before, it was a rivalry game, and we were at home, so we technically had the advantage.
But
this time they're resting their starters. So.
But did you see they just picked up Dalvin Cook from the Vikings? and he's gonna be playing. So that's
I mean,
scary.
even if
Wow.
we lose, we still have a
Wow.
slight chance.
They just got Dalvin Cook. I seen that on Instagram. That is scary. That is freaking scary. Dalvin Cook
Dalvin Cook,
is a
Dalvin Cook is
dog.
cooked, bro. He's cooked, bro. He's washed. Why he got cut in week, what is it? He got cut in week 17, 18 by the Jets. He's cooked, bro. And the
I
Ravens
don't
signed
know.
him because they're desperate at running back. But the
I don't
Steelers
know.
should definitely win this game because they're like Barbecue just said, they're sitting majority of their starters. So
Yeah,
basically
Yeah.
this is like
their only goal for this game is keeping us out of the playoffs, which let's be real, they don't even care. They're not worried. They're already in the playoffs. They're set in stone, first number one seed. They don't care. They this game. If they lose this game, nothing's gonna happen. All that's gonna happen is we're getting in the playoffs. Which this is the hardest thing for us to definitely. If we win this game, we're pretty much in the playoffs. Let's be honest. Like yeah. Let's be honest. We if we win this game, we're in the playoffs because Buffalo has to lose, or Jacksonville has to lose, or the Colts has to end in a tie. Which we all know, games rarely end in ties, so that's probably not going to happen. But Jacksonville, the terrible towel curse, they're most likely going to lose. Or Bills. And, I mean, are Bills still fighting for a playoff spot? Or are they already in?
yeah, I think the Bills I think they need you guys to lose. I may be getting that wrong, but I know the Steelers game decides something for them.
They need a tie or loss by the Steelers, a tie or loss by the Jaguars, or a tie in the Texans Colts matchup. So they need us to tie or lose. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't see both of them winning, though. Bills go up against the Dolphins. And who else did I say? Jacksonville. Jaguars go against the Titans. So
Okay. But barbecue, you need the Bills to lose. You guys need the Bills to lose. The the Titans. That is not a hard victory for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
like I said, curse.
You
They
need
got
the
us
Bills.
in the
You need the
playoffs.
Bills.
They got
You
us
need
in
the
the
Bills to
playoffs a
lose.
couple years ago because of the curse too.
You need the you
So
need the you need the Bills to you need the Bills to lose.
we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. But
Yeah.
all I know is we need to win this game.
That
I
too.
mean, really, the only advantage they have is home field advantage. They they're resting all their starters. They probably don't even really care about this game. Like I said, they're just getting ready for playoffs. I don't care if they rule the North. Is as long as we get in the playoffs, I'm happy. Uh, now let's see. let's see about the Falcons. Tampa Bay must lose to Carolina Panthers, which is not happening. And the Falcons need to beat Saints.
Oh
So
man, I can't wait for that. Can't
Falcons
wait
are
to see
actually
that
pretty much
matchup.
already out if they need both to happen. Because there's no way the Buccaneers are losing to the Panthers.
It's definitely a long shot, but the Panthers can beat the Buccaneers. I'm gonna be real. We split with the Buccaneers this season, and both games have been like the Falcons and the Buccaneers are better than us, but they're not that much better than us. The Panthers, if they get last game of the season, they have nothing to lose. They can just throw it all out there, play their best game, and be an asshole and stop the Bucks from getting in the playoffs. I don't know. Really, what I care about, we just need to beat the Saints though, because all this focusing on other teams losing, it doesn't matter if we don't do our job. So
That's true.
I'm watching, see if we beat the Saints, and then if we do that, then okay, now what happened with this game? We just need to beat the Saints.
Yeah, your guy. Like you said. Let's be honest. Your guys' only chance is beating the Saints, which is possible. But also the Panthers really have nothing to win either. I mean, they are division rivals, but win or lose, they don't care.
They have nothing to win. I never heard that before.
I
But
mean,
let's
I
be
It's the
honest,
truth though.
they don't have anything to win except bragging rights. Like they have nothing to win, they have nothing to lose. So I don't see them caring about this game.
I'm
Unless,
just ready
like
to
you
see.
said, they want to be assholes and just knock the Buccaneers out of the playoffs.
I just want to see the Saints and the Falcons. I love the game. Even though the game's level of competition has gone down over the years since Drew Brees has left the league, but Matt Ryan has moved on too. I still look forward to watching the Saints and Falcons every year. Those two games are the two times you guys play each other are my favorite games, even more than watching some Packers games. I just love watching the Saints and Falcons, especially in the Jimmy Graham era when the Saints had Jimmy Graham and Drew Brees. That was literally how it was with the Falcons. It was Matt Ryan and Julio. Just his Julio was a tight end named Jimmy Graham. Before you got players like Travis Kelsey, you had Jimmy Graham. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to this Saints game and Falcons game. You know how I feel about the game. I hope the Saints beat the Falcons. Yeah, that's what I gotta say about that.
Um, yeah, let's be honest. It's definitely a winnable game for you guys, Phil. I do think you guys could win. You guys are at in New Orleans. Are Saints still fighting for a playoff spot?
I want to say the Saints are done. And real quick, y'all, I'm going in and out because my internet is like terrible. I see it's going red and green. But can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the Saints, they're still well. No, I think the Saints are done because they had to win against the Rams. I think it was last Thursday night, and they lost. So they're done. They're just trying to be an asshole to us, ruin our chances.
Which, from what I've heard, that's a pretty big rivalry, so it's possible. So I mean, it's winnable. Any game's winnable. It's just whether you win or not. So And then now let's go on to Packers Vikings. Packers destroyed the Vikings 33-10.
Honestly, I thought that was gonna be a loss. I was surprised by the win. I chalked that up as a loss initially, but we came out there and played a great game. Like, wow, 33-10. Like, I had to work that day, so I wasn't even able to watch it. But when I seen the score, I was like, how? Against the Vikings? Against Captain Kirk
I
and
mean,
the Vikings?
Vikings. Was Kurt playing?
I'm not even sure. I just named him.
Uh,
But 33
nah,
to 10.
Kurt tore his Achilles.
Okay,
He's
yeah.
been
Okay,
done.
that explains it. Because 33 to 10 is ridiculous. Shoot, they
Because
needed Teddy.
I
They
know
needed Ted.
they benched Dobbs because he wasn't playing well, and ever since Dobbs balled out against the Falcons at one time, I feel like they've been on the decline.
They
Actually,
need,
ever
you know,
since Kurt got hurt, they kind of been on decline.
they need Teddy Bridgewater back. They need Teddy Bridgewater. Come on. He needs a revamp in his career too. Get Teddy Bridgewater back. Relive the
You,
glory days.
he's retiring after this season. He already
I mean,
announced it.
shoot, I know, but man, come on, relive the glory days for a little bit.
He said he's going to coach high school football, man.
But yeah, I mean, that was an impressive win. If we lose to the Bears next week, I will be mad. I don't know our playoff scenario, but I have a good You can look it up.
Yeah.
Okay. What are our things like? How many people are we
Packers
depending on?
Packers win, Rams loss, Cowboys or Eagles win.
Okay.
Packers win, Rams loss, Cowboys loss, Eagles loss, Lions loss. Which Lions? Let me see. Who they play? They play against the Vikings. They're not losing.
Yeah. I mean,
So it's really Packers. Packers win, Rams loss, Cowboys or Eagles win.
okay.
That's for the 6th seed.
That's not bad. I mean, it really isn't.
For 7th seed, if they lose to Chicago, they need Vikings loss, Seahawks loss, and Buccaneers or Saints loss.
Okay.
So if you guys lose tomorrow, you are kind of depending on the Falcons. Or not tomorrow, but if you guys lose, when is it? Sunday? Yep, Sunday. If you guys lose Sunday, you guys, or actually, you guys depend on you're actually probably rooting for the Falcons this week because if you somehow lose the Bears game, you need the Saints to lose.
I mean, it's possible. Because, like I said, the Saints and the Saints are not as high powered as they once were.
So if I were you, honestly, I'd get that Falcons shirt that you threw in the trash can back out. I'd be rooting for the Falcons this week because if you guys somehow lose to the Bears, you are depending upon the Falcons win.
Okay.
So
I mean, we're not gonna lose to the Bears. We're gonna show the Falcons how you're supposed to play against the Bears. So that's not
You
even a
guys should
problem. That's not even a problem.
So if for the number 7 seed, if you win, you need Rams to win, Cowboys to win, and that'll be 7 seed traveling to Dallas. For 7 seed traveling to Philly, you guys need to win, Rams win, Cowboys lose, Eagles win. For 7 seed to travel to Detroit, which you guys will most likely lose that playoff game. You need to win. You need Rams to win. You need Cowboys to win, Eagles lose, and Lions win. So that's all your playoffs if you win.
Hey, we're gonna win. That's all I gotta say. I don't have anything else to say. We're gonna show Phil what a real Packers team looks like against the Bears. It's tradition. Like, there's no reason you guys should have lost to the Bears.
Didn't you guys lose
That's
You
to
all
the
I gotta
you
Bears
say.
this
you
year?
you know what's crazy though? You saw the clip when Aaron Rodgers was talking about. He was talking about how it's a tradition for us to beat the Bears. We'll never lose to the Bears. It's like homie forgot he doesn't play for the Packers anymore. He's a New York Jet. He's just talking about us. It's a tradition. We won't ever lose. I was like, if I'm a Jets fan, I'm not too happy about that. But anyways, new quarterback, new era, and I love Jordan. I like Jordan Love. But I love
I mean,
Justin Fields.
I will say this about Jordan Love. Even though I ragged on him and then I was on his bandwagon, I will say this: they keep posting stats. He has like literally exact stats of Aaron Rodgers when he first started out in Green Bay. So he's matching Aaron Rodgers' stats as far from a stat standpoint. But he still got some work to do. And honestly, I know I said the Packers won't be back for three to 4 years. I'm gonna take a stretch, and I'll say in the next 2 to 3 years, I can see the Packers at least possibly second place in their division. And yeah, that's what I want to say. That's the last thing I have to say about not my Falcons, not my Falcons. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to go like wash my mouth out after saying that.
Well, it came out
About my
naturally.
Packers, I can see them just being number 2 next year, and that's the last thing I have to say about them.
So on to next week's.
Last
Uh,
week of the
next
NFL season.
next week predictions. So Saturday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Ravens Steelers. I'm gonna be honest, I was gonna say Ravens until I found out they're resting their starters. I'm gonna give it to Steelers. Let's be honest, we're fighting for something, they're not. So we're gonna have one hell of a game. Mason Rudolph's gonna ball out like he has been doing the last couple weeks. I'm gonna give this one Steelers. This is our last hope. So yeah.
I feel like the Ravens still win this game. Here's why. Last game you guys beat the Ravens, but they had you on your heels. They did. They honestly did until that. I'm not gonna even say it was lucky. It was a great interception, and that interception turned the tide because they were marching downfield. And without that interception, you guys would have lost that game. They were going to score. They were going to score on you guys. That's how I feel. They were going to score on you. And them taking their stars out, that means, yeah, like you said, they're in the playoffs. They're not taking you guys seriously, but I still can see them winning the game. I might be the only one who thinks that tonight, and hey, it's like that almost every night that I'm on the sports show. So you know what I say? Fuck it. I'm going with the Ravens. All right, Phil, go ahead and
Yeah,
say the Steelers are going to win.
yeah, I'm definitely going with Steelers. I think that, like Barbecue was saying, they have everything to lose and everything to fight for. At the same time, though, I will say the Ravens, Tyler Huntley is one of the better, if not the best backup in the league. He's no Lamar Jackson, but he's he's not a bad quarterback either. Um, that lifestyle, I mean, that's Steelers should win this game.
Saturday nights, Texans Colts. Who did
Is CJ Stroud back? That's my first question.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is his first game back in like 2, 3 weeks.
I think I might go with the Colts.
Oh wow.
Wait.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't care about this game. I just hope they don't tie.
This game is gonna go to the Texans. Let's be real. I wish Shane was here so I could rub it in his face, but he's a scary little coward.
Actually, no, I said
And
Texans. I picked Texans on my.
I know he's a scary little coward. He's scared to show his face. He's scared to show his face in the chat. He's scared. He's scared of me. It's okay, Shane. I'll be calling you out all 2024. Just you wait. But the Texans win this game easily. I mean, the Colts haven't been somebody since the Andrew Luck era. Let's be real. And so, oh, he's here! He's here! He's here! He's here! He finally came. He's not ducking me anymore. But all seriousness, the Texans win this game against the Colts. It's not even a discussion. Don't come make me dust your feelings off. No one's scared of you, Shane. Come in here and do it. Come do it, Shane. I want you. I want you to. I don't care. But yeah, that is a realistic answer. The Texans should beat the Colts. They should. I'm sorry.
Most
Yeah.
uneducated person on earth about all
I don't care.
topics.
I don't care. I don't care. Shane, go hide wherever you were hiding. Go hide in whatever box you were hiding in. Go back and get into it. Cause you've been ducking me, Shane. Now keep it moving with the show. We're not even paying attention to Shane. He's irrelevant. Phil, go ahead.
Yeah. If this was the Texans towards the middle of the season, I would definitely go with the Texans. But with CJ Stroud, with it being his first game in 3 weeks, with Nico Collins, or is it Tank Dell? One, I think they're both out. Two of their best receivers, at least one of them, um, them being out for this game. I just feel that the Colts have been playing decent football lately. Um, I just think the Colts are going to win this game. I believe both of these teams are fighting for a playoff spot, so it's a really good game. But I would like to see the Texans in. I would like to see CJ Stroud in. But I just think Russ, he's just going to naturally have Russ. And I think that the Colts are going to come through.
All right. Next, Falcons Saints.
I don't even know. That's kind of a hard one. I really don't.
Like I said, you better be hoping the Falcons win, because if you guys lose to the Bears, that's your only backup.
We're not losing to the Bears. There's no ifs about it. We're beating the Bears. Stop saying if. Take that out of your vocabulary. No, it's tradition. It's tradition. You heard it from Aaron Rodgers. It's tradition.
No one gives a shit about tradition. They're trying to win.
It is tradition. We're not scared of the Bears. Come on. The only time we ever were scared of the Bears, a little bit of fear, was when they had Khalil Mack. That was it.
Okay.
The Bears? Oh my God. Who's scared of them? Who is scared of the Bears? Don't say no ifs. I don't want to hear if about the Bears again. Now, let's talk about the Saints and the Saints. I don't want to hear it, barbecue. Stop saying if.
If you lose.
Oh my gosh. Stop triggering me. You guys just trigger me. That's what you guys do.
If you guys lose, Falcons are your only scapegoat.
Oh my God. I don't want to rely on the Falcons. They're the most inconsistent team in all of NFL history. Get out of here.
Weren't you saying that you're gonna show the Steelers who a real team is, and then you lost to us?
Let's be real. I will accept the loss, but no one's scared of the Steelers for real. You guys' victories were all literally holding on for dear life, and you just barely, you get pulled out at the last minute. It's like a movie scene when they're falling off a mountain and the person's about to fall off and they suddenly save them. That's how you guys have won all year. But exactly, he's gonna say wins or win because he knows I'm right. He knows I'm right. He knows I'm right.
I mean, that
Come
just
on
sounds
now.
like a loser to me.
You won off luck. The team you're about to play next week, you beat them by luck, by an
That just sounds
interception.
like a losing team to me.
Can we talk about the Saints and Falcons? Stop triggering me. I have things to do after this. Let's go. Keep it moving.
That just sounds like a losing team mentality to
Be
me.
quiet. Oh, get out of here. Get out of here.
Phil's with me here.
You're-
He's laughing
Who
about
gives
this.
a crap? Who cares? Who cares? Let's keep it moving.
You guys are gonna lose. I mean, I really don't have.
Who gives a crap or not losing? Get out of here, Phil. Stop being a hater just because you took an L to the Bears. Get out of here. You took an L to the Bears and you're salty about
I'm
it.
not hating.
Move on.
I'm
Move
really
on.
not. I'm really not.
Move on.
Just
You're
to say
salty.
that,
You lost to the Bears. You lost to the freaking
I'm
Bears.
not.
Get out of here.
I'm not. The Bears are a solid
I hope
team.
the Saints beat them. I really do.
Bro,
I hope
the-
they
the
come in
only-
there.
KB,
I
the
hope
only
they come
thing-
to
the only
Atlanta
thing that
and beat the
matters is
brakes
that
off the
we-
Falcons.
We whipped y'all. We whipped y'all ass already. We
No,
whipped y'all.
you didn't whoop us.
That's all that
You won
matters.
by a field goal. You
We
won by a
whipped
field
y'all.
goal.
We
You didn't
whipped
whoop
y'all.
us.
We whipped y'all. That's all
We
that
led the
matters.
entire game until that field goal. You didn't whoop us. That was another lucky
Yeah, that sounds like a
interception.
loss.
You didn't whoop us.
Sounds like a loss.
You didn't whoop us.
Whipped y'all.
Don't say that.
We
Don't
whipped-
lie.
We whipped y'all. We
Be
whipped y'all.
truthful.
We whipped y'all
Be
every year.
honest.
Every time we play, we whipped y'all.
We obviously didn't watch the same game. We obviously didn't watch the same game. Be honest, Phil. We obviously didn't watch the same game.
One of his best games of the season.
Bro, we led the entire game until you kicked the field goal. Get out of here, Phil. Get out of here. Stop.
That
You're
sound like
salty.
losing, man.
You're salty that you lost to the Bears. It's okay. It's
I'm not-
okay.
I'm not salty.
You're
I'm not
salty
just
about
a
it.
kid.
You're salty about it.
I'm
Like,
really not.
come
I'm really
on.
not.
Like,
I'm salty
it's
about
crazy.
about how
It's
bad
crazy.
we
I used to
are.
have to argue with Barbecue about stuff, but now I gotta argue with Phil about stuff. It's okay. He's
All I
salty
said
about
was
it.
You guys are gonna lose.
We're not gonna lose. We haven't lost to them. Get out of here.
Okay. It's the
Phil.
new dawn. It's the new day.
No. No.
It's the
Any
new
given
dawn.
weekend.
The last time we
new
played
day.
them, it was a very high scoring game, but in the end we beat them by 3 touchdowns. Get out of here. Get out of here,
It's a
Phil.
new dawn. New day.
Phil, we're going
It's
to
Jordan
beat the
Love. It's
Bears.
his best
Let's keep it
player.
moving.
He's
You're
going
losing to the
to-
Saints. It's okay to be salty, all right?
Okay,
Let's move on.
We can keep it moving. So the Falcons and Saints. I guess I'll go first on this one. I don't know. I don't like. Of course, I'm going to root for the Falcons. I don't know. I don't trust us, especially since we beat the Saints once already. It's hard to beat the same team twice. We couldn't even beat the Panthers twice. So, I mean, really, you know what? All honesty, I'm picking the Falcons to lose. I really, I'm rooting for the Saints, but I'm rooting for the Falcons, but I'm picking the Saints to win. Especially since they could kill our playoff hopes. I think we're playing at New Orleans because they played us home last time. I think the Saints are going to win. And then Falcons. I mean, we can't be clutch. Then at the other, it would be in Falcons fashion to win against the Saints and then get our heart crushed when the Panthers don't win and knock us out. So I can see either or, but I'm gonna pick the Saints to win.
We already know who KB's rooting for, so
No, you gotta
I'm
at least
gonna
let me
go
talk about my
for,
team. No.
I'm gonna go. I feel like Falcons can clutch up. I really do. I'm just gonna say Falcons can clutch up and saving the the Packers season because they're gonna lose to the Bears. So KB will thank you later, Phil.
You guys are lucky that my cousin is in the room. I was literally about to drop an F-bomb on you, Barbecue, but my cousin's in the room, so I'm going to be respectful and not cuss.
All right, Bears, Packers. We all know Bears are going to win.
Oh, my God.
Phil, who do you think?
Oh, my God.
We
These
want
two...
to.
Chat, just, like, if there are any kids in the chat, say no to drugs. Say no to drugs, because that's what I have to say about that. The Packers are going to win. That's all I got to say. Go ahead. Go say what you guys are going to say, and we can move on to the next topic because I don't have to. You don't have to come back to me because these guys are obviously. I'm not saying no to drugs, but let's keep it moving. You guys can say what you're
Like
going to
like
say.
Justin, like Justin Fields said, you guys take the rivalry so seriously, and you're gonna pack out the stadium because there's nothing else to do in Green Bay except watch the Packers. So of course you guys are gonna be doing that. But you're gonna be very disappointed. We're gonna get another KV tantrum video after Justin Fields just lights you guys up, and it is what it is. And then he's gonna be on the Falcons next season, and he's
Yeah.
gonna this
Yeah.
is just gonna
Right.
be
Yeah.
history.
Right.
Yes.
Come on now. Stop
Yes.
saying that, Phil.
And you know it's a win-win for me because let's just say you guys do destroy them. Justin Fields sucks. The Bears are going to be done with him after that because they're just stupid. They're a terrible franchise. That's why they'll never win anything. Justin Fields will be a Falcon after that. So I mean, either way, I mean, I can either watch the masterclass and see you guys lose, or you guys win, and I guarantee get my quarterback.
Man, Phil's really not saying no to drugs. Like the Falcons would make a smart move like that. Nah.
All right. So Sunday night, Bills Dolphins. I'm gonna go for Dolphins because we need the Bills to lose.
I mean, honestly, I can see the Dolphins winning the game. The Bills are just too inconsistent for my liking. So it's the curse. It's the curse. They're on the cover of Madden. So I mean, but even before they got on Madden, they were inconsistent. So it might not even be the curse. But yeah, I can see the Dolphins winning that game. So I'm going with the Dolphins on that
Um,
game.
I'm gonna go with the Bills this game. The Dolphins have been folding the last few games, especially they just got torched by the Ravens last week. And then this is a must-win game for the Bills. I think the Dolphins are gonna be straight when it comes to playoffs either way. So this must-win for the Bills, along with the Dolphins not playing good football the last few weeks, are not their best football. I'll say. I'm gonna take the Bills in this one.
All right, that wraps it up for football. So one last thing about football before we fully wrap it up. So we can all agree the Packers are going to lose to the
Fuck,
Bears.
fuck the Steelers. I'm sorry, Miss Dean, but
And
I had to say that.
yeah. Hey, at
I
least
had to
we're
say
making the
that. My
playoffs this
apologies, Miss
year.
Dean.
At least we're making the playoffs this year. So, all right. So NHL. Penguins have been, last time I checked, they were on a winning streak. Or was that a couple weeks ago? They're winning right now against the Boston Bruins. Okay, let's see. So they lost against the Capitals, which Capitals are the best team, one of the best teams in the league. No surprise there. They kept it close, 3-4. So Islanders won. They won against the Islanders on Sunday, December 31st. They won against the Blues Saturday, December 30th. And then they won against the Islanders again Wednesday, December 7th, 7-0. So, honestly, there's still a lot of season left. Like, a lot of season left. Season goes into April.
Ooh, my birth month.
Yeah, I mean, I could see us as playoff contenders if we keep this up. We were a bit on the down low season, but we kind of stepped it up later on this season. I don't really care about the loss to the Capitals. It is what it is. You lose sometimes, win sometimes. Capitals are one of the best teams in the league. So, yeah. I think that's it for them. Unless you guys have anything to say.
I mean, all I gotta say is I've been watching hockey. I don't remember the teams I've been watching, but I just sit there and watch it, and that junk's entertaining. Phil, you gotta watch some hockey, bro. That junk is entertaining. Like they be smacking each other against the wall or whatever. Like oh my gosh, it's better than football on the physicality level. That's where I say I like hockey better than football. Like at the physicality level, it's just amazing. And all I gotta say about the Penguins is I hope they lose their next 10 games.
Of course
I
you
don't
do,
really.
because you're a hater.
I. I mean, but all honesty, I could. I said I was a Rangers fan just to just to go against you. But all honesty, I think I'm gonna do how I do with basketball. I'm just gonna watch hockey. I don't have a favorite team. I'll just watch hockey. That's what I'll do, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think I did watch a Penguins game though. I think it was against the Capitals. Because aren't their colors like gold, white, and black?
Who? Penguins?
The Penguins. Yeah,
Yeah. Gold,
yeah.
black
That was
and gold
that was
mainly, but
yeah. That was the team I watched then. But yeah, that's all I have to
they
say
have the
about
same colors as the
hockey.
Steelers. I believe all Pittsburgh teams have the same colors, even the
Wait,
USFL.
I thought. Hey, I'm I tell my cousin this all the time. I must be colorblind because I thought the Steelers were yellow and black. I thought that was a yellow.
It's
I
gold.
didn't know that was gold.
Yep, it's
I
gold,
always thought
black
it
and
was yellow
gold.
too, black and yellow.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
like yellow. It doesn't look like a gold. It looks like yellow.
that's why. That's why Wiz Khalifa, that's on the song you saw him black and yellow because he's from Pittsburgh, right? I mean, he was talking about.
I mean, I
I
guess you
thought he
could
was yellow too.
interpret it as yellow, but it's really gold. I even
Okay.
saw a clip of Mike Tomlin saying black and yellow, black and yellow. So I guess it I
Yeah.
mean, as a Pittsburgh fan, I say black and gold, but everyone says differently. So
Okay. As far as just KV, you're right. I do need to. I haven't watched hockey like a good month. I gotta get locked in on that. As far as the Penguins, I'm glad barbecue. I'm glad that we're starting to get some wins and put some good games together. Because like you said, the last time we talked about them, it wasn't sounding too good.
yeah, I'm super happy for them. Still kind of early in the season, for playoffs. So we'll see. I hope they keep it up. Hopefully, we can get Sidney Crosby another cup um, before he retires, because I believe he's retiring soon. But yeah, I hope he gets another cup.
Oh, I just want to, before we go off, I just want to congratulate Miss Dean for keeping her comments in the chat. But she usually comments more on the fun show, anyways. And she's not giving me a reaction at all. So I guess she's ignoring me today, guys. So yeah.
I mean, I
But
would
yeah.
ignore you too if I lived with you.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. But yeah,
Uh, MLB. Do we have any MLB news?
I mean, the Braves just got a new pitcher. I'm not really sure of his talent level, but we did get a new pitcher. That's about it. That's all I have to say. I mean, we could also say that what's that Asian guy's name? I forgot that man's name.
Yeah, we had the Shohei Otani
What's
going to
that?
the
What's that Asian's guy name? His thing that just left the Angels.
Shohei
Uh, Phil just said it. What's his name, Phil?
Shohei Otani.
Yeah, he got a big deal. Like that deal was huge. Shoot, I should have stuck with baseball. I could have got a big old deal like that. Got me some nachos.
I think that's it. Oh yeah, but what I was saying, I believe just recently, Pittsburgh's USFL team, which is now, I know XFL and USFL merged. I forgot what the name is.
It's UFL.
UFL.
Yeah.
Um, the Pittsburgh Maulers. I know uh they just turned their colors to black and gold. So all Pittsburgh teams have black and gold now, which I don't get why it's a Pittsburgh team. They're located in Canton, Ohio. That doesn't make sense, but um, yeah, I'm not really into USFL or UFL now, but I just thought that was a nice little fact.
It
Um,
should. It's not bad football. If you're a football fanatic, like I used to like really be, I still of course love football. Once the NFL season ends, it feels like NFL is the longest sport to pick back up. And the what the USFL did, it really was good high level entertaining football to kind of get you through the spring to get you to like NFL draft and everything like that. And with them merging, I think it's going to be really good.
yeah, uh, yeah. Now that I think about it, I think NFL is the longest sport to have that long of an off season. Because what is it, like 6 months or something like that? Something crazy.
I mean,
Like
they're
Feels like
back in
that.
August.
they're back in. I thought it was September. They start
Yeah,
back up in
September. My bad. Yeah, September.
So the end of the real season ends in January, but so you have February, March, April, May, June, July, August. 8 months without football, or 7 real months without NFL. Whereas like you look at like you're like the World Series happens and then you sleep like a week later, baseball is back in session and you're like, what? And like with hockey, the Stanley Cup happens, and then you like 2 weeks later the games start back up again, and you're like, wow. But with NFL, it just seems particularly super long, which I get it. Recovery time, training, and a lot goes in on the background. You need to give your players at least a month or two break, um, because they deserve it. But yeah, I do think they are 7 months. I think that's the longest sport that we have to wait for.